Hello all of you. My name is Dr. Preeti Rajesh. I am from the Life Sciences Department. For the Innovation Day, my idea is based on the SDG goals number 7, that is affordable and clean energy. So when we look at energy, energy is required for any type of processes, whether it is within a system, within a living system, or if it is outside the system. The entire life on this earth is based on energy. So without energy, we cannot think of even a single day. So if the electricity is not there to charge your mobile phones or not to charge the laptops, you think that any work can happen. Or if you don't have a battery or fossil fuel, you cannot have the transportation. So if you take any form of activity in this earth, energy is required. So when we speak about energy, all these years, it has been only about fossil fuels. With the reduction or the change in fossil fuels or the adverse effect of fossil fuels, we have been in the thresh to discover new forms of energy or alternate forms of energy. So when we come to alternate forms of energy, we had an option of biofuels as well as bioethanol, which is based on the conversion of the solid waste management. But side by side to biofuel or bioethanol, we have another form of energy which is...
Hello, I am V.G. Shanmugapriya, Faculty of Department of Life Sciences. I am presenting for this Innovation Day celebration under Good Health and Well-being. My topic is model a novel protein which can be used as a target in tuberculosis disease. Here I have shown as an example RV204C. This is a protein which is a new protein which has not been characterized and the structure of it is not there. But the importance of the protein as it can be used as a target has been proved in some of the experiments. In tuberculosis database you can see the information about it. So today when I opened the Swiss Prot, actually this work was carried out in 2013, but even today the protein has not yet been characterized and the structure of it is not there. So you can see here uncharacterized protein, and the structure is not there in PDP database. So with this one we have published a paper where we have studied the function and the structure of the protein. Here this is the protein what we have modeled, taking using homology modeling, taking some protein as a template. Based on many criteria we have chosen that template, and with that we have modeled the protein. So that model when we validated, it was you can see here in the disallowed region there are no residues, and only in the allowed regions there are many residues here. So the model has been proven to be correct here. This is
okay, fine. Hello, I am Florence Shobha, Department of Life Sciences, Garden City University. So today in Garden City University we are celebrating the Innovation Day, 15th October. And on this day, Life Sciences Department is given an opportunity to come up with our innovative ideas, both the faculties and the students. So I have come up with an innovation idea, which is what is this? This is my product. It is called as a microfocal box. Okay, so this is how it looks, and if you can see, it looks like something like a camera. That's what my product is, and I came up with this idea. Basically, this is an innovation which I'm bringing about in microbiology, specifically under microscopy. So that is why I named it as microfocal box. So what exactly this box is all about is, I took the idea in fact first from a toy camera which we all would have used when we were small. So you can see here, these are the films which is put into the toy camera. One by one it's inserted in, and you can look into it and you can see what you put inside. You can see the image of those slides, you can call it as, which you put inside. So I took the idea from there. I mean, that's what came into my mind, the toy camera. And then we also have another type of a microscope which is called as a foldoscope, which is a paper microscope. So this is how it looks. It looks more like a machine or a calibration scale or whatever. So this is also a type of a microscope where you will be putting a slide.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Shefali presenting on the Innovation Day celebration on 15th October. The innovation which I thought of today is about these. My innovation falls into the category 7, that is your affordable and the clean energy. Already we have taken or we have seen that renewable source of energy has been replaced by the lithium batteries over here. They are being taken into the consideration for now electrical vehicles and all. But we are facing problems with the lithium batteries as well. They cannot be considered as the future now. There are so many molecules are coming into the existence. Before I speak about those biomolecules, I would like to tell you about what are the disadvantages of having the lithium battery. First, it is all about the operating temperature. With certain set of temperature, either it is becoming very highly reactive or it is not working over there. So that is the thing which cannot be taken into an account, because temperature, global environment, these all things can be taken into the consideration. Second is your operating cost. On the data which has been received, that US Department of Energy has cost target for electrical batteries by $125 over here. Third is about the sheet metal challenges in the battery designing, and another one is your skilled engineering. So this is one of the disadvantages which is being facing. Apart from that, we have a
We'd like to welcome you for the Innovation Day celebration for Innovation for Sustainable Development. So this is our prototype. It is called as 3-click magic. With the control of the remote, just one press, all the ornaments you can see here. The mask, the ornaments, your mobile is also there. So this mobile, just automatically it will close, right? And you just have to click a button. 3-layer sanitization it will happen. What exactly it is, I will show you with the problem. Nowadays, like problem, it is like microbes which cause so many disease, fine, and coronavirus is one of them which cause like COVID, and we have suffered a lot. So this is the major problem, and we thought like something need to be made. Now this innovation has come. In the olden days, people used to enter house by cleaning everything, cleaning their hand, cleaning the ornaments, cleaning their bag, and then they used to enter. Why? So they are microbes free. So me and ma'am, Chetna ma'am and Dr. Shruti Awasthi from Life Science, we have made a model which is called as 3-click model. Fine, this is our design. Fine, you can see the buttons are there and the remote is there. So remote, it will open automatically. You will click here. You can keep here all your accessories the moment you enter, your mobile, your rings, your...
Good afternoon, I'm Arushi Raj from MSBT and my topic is edible plastic. As you know, plastic is like the most problematic thing now because it is causing lots of pollution in our area, in the whole world, and only plastic can replace plastic. So I'm introducing the topic which is edible plastic. It is a new idea. Like we can at least reduce the amount of plastic which is being used by replacing it with edible plastic, like small chocolate wrappers and cutleries, many things which we can produce by using plant products, and then we can replace the plastic which is being used, as plastic is a petroleum based product which cannot be biodegraded or which is very bad for environment. So we should fix some plant product and algae products. The products which can be used for producing edible plastics are potato starch, corn starch, algae, papaya, banana starch, cassava starch and rice. Cassava, it is very important as because the plastic which are being made by using cassava, it can be used as edible plastic or can also be used as compost. We can even eat it or we can even throw it on the soil and then it will work as a compost. When it comes to processing, first we have to isolate the starch, whatever is present there, then we have to heat it and then we have to mix it with the solvent, and then we have to wait for the drying process, and then we can get the desired product which we want, like wrappers, bag, film, cutlery and compost. Some food industry are also replacing their plastic cutlery with bio-plastic cutlery or maybe edible cutlery.
Good afternoon guys, myself Bhavesh and my project is based on mechanical to electrical, and my device name is called Mocha Converter, where it converts rotational energy of tires into electrical vehicles to electrical energy for batteries. The conversion of mechanical energy of an electrical car to electricity for a car battery simultaneously, where my device helps in taking back of electrical energy from mechanical fields. So basically, my project requires regeneration of electricity through tires. Batteries are required, dual batteries, rotational movement of a tire and a motor, and a DC and AC converter. So the purpose of this model is to get more energy, and so we can go more miles and more kilometers from our car. This is my device, and this is the just a fictional one because I don't have a appropriate device just a imaginary one. This is called a Mocha converter, where it will be placed on a rim at a particular speed limit after 20. Because before speed limit on the rim, the friction will be created more, so it can't move in the car. It must require torque. So there are three types of vehicles currently available in the market with the normal diesel and the petrol car. But this is a hybrid car where it uses a conventional fuel and electricity both to move forward. In this, where the batteries only help in giving a little torque to move forward. But in plug-in hybrid, it's like both converts from electricity and hybrid also. But in EV cars, it only basically runs on electric power. So where my device comes in help, which I have idea. So in this car, there will be dual batteries and motors also, where motors take power from the battery. So it starts moving. So my device, when it reaches a speed limit of 20 and above, so my device comes and places to it and starts rotating with the wheel like this, so it rotates it. So that time the energy again regenerates back to the battery. So the requirement of dual battery is because one will be discharging and one will be charging. If a single battery is placed, it can't do simultaneously charging and discharging of it. So there will be thermal issues in the car. So if we, from one tire only, if we get more power, so we have other three wheels. So if we use all four wheels, we can generate at least 15 to 20% of energy in the first segment. So after developing our product, so we can get more efficiency. And so this is the output of it. So there are dual batteries, motor which can run on both alternating and direct current. And this is the converter, and this is the motor converter, where it converts mechanical energy of a wheel to electricity, and the converter helps in converting whether it should be a DC power or the AC alternating current. So this is the cycle of the thing. Thank you guys, and more energy, more miles.